Well, hey there, y'all. I am the Backwoods Modeler. Welcome to my workshop. I was thinking of doing something with this dually. I've been looking at it, and I don't know if you can really tell, but it is just a slight bit crooked. The bed and the cab just don't quite line up enough. That bugs me. So I want to straighten it up. You can see a little bit more on this side. It's just not quite straight. It's not far off, but it's enough that it bugs me. So I thought after I do that, we could jack it up a little bit, put some M2 wheels and tires on it, and then I got a toolbox for it. I wanted to use this nice diamond plate toolbox, but two reasons why. One, it's too wide, it doesn't fit. Second reason is I want to put a headache rack on the back of the truck, and I have to paint that aluminum. And the aluminum and the chrome just don't quite go together. I don't think so. What we're going to do is we're going to go with this toolbox. This is a 802 Customs toolbox. Real nice detail on that. This fits perfectly after a little bit of sanding. Now it fits in there good. So I have the option is I can use that rack, which doesn't look too bad. Or I can use, since this is a better truck, I have this deer head headache rack. I have a couple of these left, and I thought what better way to use it than put it on one of these trucks. So I'm thinking of putting that rack on here with deer heads in it. Thought maybe I paint the outside of it chrome and then maybe paint the deer heads black, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, I'm going to put the toolbox in there. We're going to do the headache rack. I have an extra, if I can get it out here as you can see it, my big fat fingers. Anyway, I got a diesel exhaust tip here to put on there. Another 802 Customs. It's basically everything I'm going to put on this truck is coming from him. Anyway, this Blazer has graciously decided to donate its tires. So we're going to use those. And then I have two extras here because there's only 4 on the Blazer. So we're going to do that. So let's get started. All right, we just about got everything apart here. I've already got the tires peeled off of the Blazer. Got that set back there. I got this truck apart, and I learned a couple things. Well, mainly one is that it's the tab on the back that is causing the problem with this truck not wanting to sit flat. You see, I tweak up on it a little bit and it pretty much straightens out. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grind that tab off of there and get rid of it. Then my bed should set down on there better. Second thing I learned is that to straighten the beds on these new trucks, the way the new design is, they're not bolting or riveting the bed to the cab anymore. So I really did not even have to take the cab off of this truck because I didn't have to drill the rivets out on the cab because all I had to do was move the bed. The cab was fine. But I already did that. And another thing I learned is in order to get the front of these trucks off, you got to take the front bumper off. Is it just the clearance on these trucks is so tight that it doesn't want to come off with the bumper on, so you just got to pop the bumper off to get it off. No big deal. So I've got that set. We're going to grind this off, and then these are going to be the rims that I'm going to use for this truck. And the main reason we're using these rims is because the rims that come on these GMCs is so big that it's just will not fit the tires of my M2s. Did they do that on purpose? I don't know. I think they just wanted to make bigger rims, and that's what they did. So the drawback is now they do not fit the M2 tires. So what I'm going to have to do is we're going to have to steal the tires or the rims off of this truck and put the M2 tires on it and then put them on there. The M2 tires are the exact same. Well, just a smidgen difference between the new green lights that they put on there. So the M2 is just a smidgen bigger, but so they're not going to make much of a difference. Focus. So it's just mostly rim size. So now we need to do all that. So let's get that done. So I got most everything ready to go back together. I got the tires and the rims together. It took me a while, but I got all the chrome punched out in the holes where they always get plugged from the factory. Got the front wheels and rims on. I got the truck's bed squared away. You can see it sets down level with the bottom of the cab now, and it's no longer crooked. What I had to do was, not only did I have to cut the tab off the back here, I just flush cut it so that there was nothing in the way when I put the cab back, or the bed back on. And then where the rivet was, I had to grind that down just a little bit to make it set a little bit flatter. So now you can see we're all straightened up. Once I glue it, it'll be perfect. So we got that ready to go. That's ready to glue back together. Got the wheels and tires together. Bumper, nothing there. I got the first coat of paint on the headache rack. I'm still not sure if we're going to paint the deer black. I don't know if that would look good or not. So that may end up not getting done. And then we got a coat of paint on the toolbox. Gotta let that dry, and then we have to put a second coat on that. Should have started with that because that's what's going to make this video drag out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this together, and then I'm going to cut some axles out of brass tubing and brass rod that I use. Let me get a little closer here. And then we're going to jack this baby up somewhere in that area. So I know a lot of people like the bigger wheels and tires, or rims and tires, but I think that's going to look pretty good on there, you guys. What do y'all think? Let me know what y'all think about that. All right, so let me get the axles and the tubing and everything cut and get that ready to go on. I'll get the truck glued and we'll get moving along. All right, y'all. I think I just about got her finished up. What we did is we jacked it. I got to watch where I'm touching it because the paint's still wet. Jacked it up, put some M2 wheels, or actually M2 tires on it. We used green light rims from a 2018 Chevrolet over there. Got the bed all squared up and straightened up. Turn it around here. Pick it up again. Got the not wanting us to cooperate. Got the toolbox in there. Got that painted. Got the back rack in there. Got that painted, obviously. I decided not to black out the deer just because I thought the deer pretty much sticks out now like it is. Got a diesel exhaust tip on here. This one I kept tucked in just a little bit underneath the bumper. It looks a little classier, I guess. And then what else did we do? I guess that's all we did. This is underneath. Again, like I said, paint's still drying, so got I use a brass tube and rod that I use to jack up my trucks with. I get these at Hobby Lobby. You can see one's the rod, one's the tube. They come in like 2-foot pieces, and I just usually use those. They're easier to use, I think, when it comes time to jacking up trucks. So anyway, that is what I did with the old girl. What do y'all think? I think it looks a lot better, but again, I'm not into the new school big wheels or big rims and tires. I just don't like that. I like the old school stuff. And I also got a spare wheel for the bed. So now we're set. She's done. What do y'all think of that truck? Hope you like this one. If you do, think about liking, subscribing. Check me out on Instagram. Check my eBay store out. All that information's in the description below. Y'all have a great day, and don't forget to come back. Bye now.